What else am I?
A bit of editing there.
It's all too highbrow for you lot.
No, between the two pieces.
What? Oh, you'd know this because everybody plays this when they're learning to play the piano.
I recognise it.
Yeah,
but I didn't know
it's learning.
Yeah.
Try it again. I just realised I've got to adjust to these glasses.
We didn't know.
Wouldn't it?
Did you?
The middle bit.
You should just carried on.
Yeah. So you were on the piano before, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a few times.
Long time ago.
Louise can play the piano as well, can't
No, I'd like to be able to. But I'm not at all musical, so I wouldn't be able to.
No. It's one of those things that are always around. There's always a piano.
Yeah.
Somebody who plays it.
I think it must be really nice to be able to play.
Well, everybody says that. If you say piano, oh, yeah, I'm going to do that when I retire, you know. Yeah.
God, if you were a teacher and you could play the piano, you could get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
People are always, all schools are always wanting piano players. So if you were a teacher and you could offer piano playing, you'd get the way with somebody else. No sweat.
Yeah.
Because people just don't play the piano to the same extent they used to.
Yeah, and probably most
But
schools
this
have got a
piano
piano
bashing
still.
thing, do you remember that?
Every school has a piano.
Yeah.
Every school needs somebody who plays the piano.
Yeah, they learn songs and then there's
Yeah.
assembly. And
Yeah. We used to have to
I
draft
played,
it.
I used to play I played for assembly at the Tech when I was there.
Yeah, we've had to draft in
Used
parents
to
and get them
take,
to come
yeah.
in. But you really do need a
But all
piano
my
player.
friends used to play, yeah. It was just one of those things that most people
I think it's dying out because I don't know any children at the school any schools
No.
places I've taught where they
I
actually
haven't
learn
found
piano.
anybody that I know that could come in and sit and play.
Yeah. My mum learned it for about 5 or 6 years, but that was like years ago. But perhaps her generation, your generation, it was more.
Oh yes, definitely more common, and it was taught
Yeah.
more in school.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, kids haven't got the patience half the time to sit.
No.
They think they're going. June's got a grandson, and she came to me and she said, "Look, he's ever so interested. He's seen the piano somewhere, and he had a little tingle on it. Don't know whether to get him one because he's mad on learning the piano. He was about 9. This is blonde-haired June." And anyway, I said, well, get a keyboard to be going on with, or she knew somebody who got one. And so he did that, and she arranged for him to come into Maidstone to have lessons, and I don't know how it went on for. Nearly 6 months, I think. And I kept asking him, well, he's getting on all right, you know, all the rest of it. And then she hadn't said anything, and then I said, it's a piano. Oh no. Then he started finding it a bit difficult. The trouble is, when you're 9, you're learning so many other things at school.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing? They're coming up for their
Yes.
called 11
Yeah, 11.
And
Years.
you've got to take all that in as well.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, you can't make them do it. It's either something they like doing or not. I mean, I can never remember having to be made to go and play the
Because you
piano.
enjoyed it,
If the,
obviously.
if the piano was always in the front room, so it was out the way of everything else. And I just used to go
Does your
in
sister
and
play as well?
Yeah, she can read music. She's not done the piano.
Oh, she
does
does.
violin. And she did the
Violin.
Violin's terrible.
I've had children learning the violin, and like 5 years after they started learning, there's still no tune coming out, is there?
No. It's a very difficult instrument to sound really well.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're going to pick it up and think you're going to sound like. Yes. And this is with anything to do with the orchestra or music. Even if you go to a Kent Music Festival, which is the biggest music school in England. It's sponsored, used to be sponsored by Yehudi Menuhin, but it's the largest. And we haven't even got a flipping decent concert hall, and that proxy thing down Moat Park, which can be used for anything.
I was really good with the recorder at school, best in my class.
Oh,
Yeah, I was the best in class at Oldborough with the recorder.
And
I wanted to go on and play something else, but they didn't encourage it at all.
No.
So.
Well, they don't even do it now, do they?
We
They do music.
well, it's on the curriculum, but it depends upon the teacher, doesn't it? You know, if you've got a
If you've got
musical
a keen- it's
teacher,
like in
then-
sport, you had a keen master. So
Oh, there's your
sports
tea
master,
there.
So, oh yeah.
you've
You've got to have somebody. Yeah, you've got to have somebody keen.
I wasn't musical, so no child in my class ever got anything out of music.
Also, it's got to be in the genes, I think.